it's supposed to be raining about now.
Huh?
Said it's supposed to be raining now. Said it was going to rain around noon.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe I missed it. Kick it?
You're not fat anymore, Miss Klein.
No, they put on a ration, I think. She's old.
Yeah.
She's
Cats
over
live a
10
long
years old, ain't she?
I think she's older than that.
I said she's over 10 years
Mm-hmm.
old.
I would think so. But cats can live into their 20s.
Hmm?
Cats can live into their 20s.
Is that right? Told her I'll come down here and look at them flowers. She said, put some water on them. They'll put out. I told her, no, I wanted to put out that right there. And get perennial. The rest of them don't.
Look at that. She doesn't usually get a mow out. Don't do that. She might bite me. Your mama's going to get jealous when she sees this.
Sticking my tail in my face.
Sun feels good, doesn't it, Miss Klein? Feels good.
It does feel good.
You don't usually get up in my lap. Well, tell me a story.
Huh?
Tell me a story.
What kind of story?
Just tell me a story.
I don't know what to tell you.
Tell me about your going to Lynchburg and getting your red bike.
Oh, Lord. Every year Margie got burnt. It ain't gonna be here nothing. And I had a good piece of dog tobacco. And Daddy said he was going to need that money to pay the doctor and all.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, I just saw I got an old bicycle B5. We took it back to Lynchburg, sold it. I went and found the old bicycle used one sitting across the street, $9.
Mm-hmm.
I went back and told Mr. Chocolate about it, told him to buy that. Well, somebody else did. No, wait on, we'll see about it. Went on, kind of fretted me. Finally, he went across there with me, looked at it. He didn't like that. I told him it was all right. He said, let's go over here to Bailey Spencer and see what they got.
Bailey Spencer? Was that on Main Street?
Yeah. I told him I'd been by there. They didn't have no used ones. Well, let's go over and see. We went over there, went inside. I think there were 10 bicycles sitting in a rack. Put up. He said, now if you had your choice, which one would you take? I walked over and put my hand on the red one.
Of course, red.
He asked the man working there if they had one in the box. The man said he thought it did, he'd check it. So they did. I rang Daddy to give him a chocolate the money or something to buy.
And told him to get you a new one.
Yeah.
Get down, Miss Klein.
And
Whoops.
We tied it on the front of the car in a box. Had to peep around to see where to drive. And we got home and I took that thing, had put the handlebars on it, the pedals and all of that, you know. I got all that thing together. Took her down the road riding. And I rode it for a long time. Too.
How old were you?
Huh?
How old were you? How old were you when you got it?
12, I think.
So how old was Margie when she got burned? 9?
Huh?
Was Margie about 9 when she got
I
burned?
think so.
So you got your brand new red bike.
Yeah. And Uncle Buster come down right about every weekend. And it wasn't no time before that thing got slipping. I stood up and rode it, you know, a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Pedal it hard. And it would slip. You could slow it down and pedal slow, it would catch. You could ride it. Told Uncle Buster about it. He said what was guaranteed for 30 days is take a rear wheel off and he'd take it back up there and get him to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So he brought it back in a week. He said, well, nothing in the world the matter with it. It's just absolutely worn out. And they fixed it free of charge. Now, I don't know whether he paid to fix it or not.
You
But
wore it out fast, huh?
They put a new hub in it, rear end.
Mm-hmm.
But I rode that bicycle and rode it. That's the one I rode over to school. James Singleton and I rode over to his house. I spent the night with him.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me that goose egg. Great big old egg. Took it to school the next day. I think everybody in the class wanted to see it. Took it, shook it, passed it to somebody else. And I don't know why, but I had a whole hen was sitting under the porch. Took the board up, see her there. I laid that goose egg in front of her and she looked at that. You know how old hens look at. And well, she took it, raked it under.
Really?
Yeah. And she'd been sitting there for about a week, I think. Anyhow, she hatched her little chickens out, and she still sat on that goose egg. Oh, she'd get up and work. So one day I decided might as well get that thing out of the little hat. And I looked at it and it kicked in it.
Really?
Yeah. So I left it in there. And it hatched out. That was the ugliest looking thing you ever saw. All legs and wings and neck, no feathers, little hair-like stuff on it. And I beat up corn. Mama gave me a little oatmeal and fed that.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it in a box, cardboard box, high sides on it. And I feed and water it every morning. Every evening when I come in from school, do the same thing. And the old hen, she went on and off with all the chickens. And it was a hawk sat in a tree way down there below where we used to live.
Mm-hmm.
Come in there, sit in that tree and holler. And that dog was at least that tall where it was sitting. And I had tried to slip down. I had a double barrel folding tin single, but it would fly every time. The county paid so much for a hawk and crow bills. I sent them some. They sent me a check for $3 or something. And that little old goose was getting put out a few fellows, followed me around. And we were walking out in the front yard of the house, and I heard a whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That hawk come by me and picked up that goose.
I was afraid that's what you were going to say.
Huh?
I was afraid that's what you were going to say.
Picked it up in one foot and took off.
Oh.
Man, that hurt me. Oh. That hawk come back to that tree the next day.
You shot it.
Sat down there and hollered. No, I went down there. It was Seaman Lee. So I got to watch it. And come in there about 11 o'clock every day. So I went down at 10 o'clock. Hit. And I sat there for as long as I could. And I was about ready to get up. I heard it holler. Looked up the tree and it was setting up there. I got a good game at it, pulled the trigger. It fell about halfway down and spread its wings. And I thought them wings, I said, reached 4 foot
Really?
and sailed off back in the woods. Well, I went over there and I hunted, and I couldn't find it. I waited a day or two. It didn't show up as a tree. I figured to smell it,
Mm-hmm.
find it. Couldn't find a sign of it. Never did see a sign of it, but it never did come in that tree no more.
Really?
So then I killed it. I don't know.
I guess it got far enough away.
Huh?
I guess it got pretty far away before it died or something.
Yeah, but I went a long way, but I couldn't find it nowhere. That biggest hawk I ever saw in my life.
I gotta get my sunglasses.
Send me my red cap when you come back there. Cut that thing off.